you don't know anything about ASMR?
No, I know about it. We talked about it.
Did we on this podcast?
Yeah.
Whatever. Fuck this podcast.
No.
Ram it into this.
Ram it right into its beak. Cloaca.
Yes. Yeah.
No.
Hey, Dave, what's up?
No.
That's intro.
That's not our intro. I'm not playing that.
You don't want that for reals?
I don't want that for reals. That's weird.
God, but Dave, that's us.
No, it's not. That's not me. That's not me. That's you.
This is gonna go into the opening.
No, it's not.
I edit this podcast, David. It's gonna go in.
No.
It's just like someone's to fuck this podcast.
No.
It's gonna go straight in.
No.
It's right into the final cut.
I don't want it.
Dave, you signed up for this with me.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you
I
did.
asked you to be a part of it, damn it.
Did you not realize what you were getting into?
No,
you
I
signed
didn't.
that contract that I handed to you.
Oh, I wondered why you had that.
Hi, Dave.
Hi, Amber.
How's it going?
It's great. How are you doing?
Pretty good. I'm gonna drink this water.
Don't.
I have not learned my lesson from the very first episode where I shouldn't drink when we're talking.
Because you were faced right at all the expensive equipment.
Sorry, Joshua.
Can we have new mixers?
You're so cute. Buy me a mixer, Joshua.
It has to be 15 channels.
I look at this and I get scared sometimes.
Oh God! I mean, it's like
it's cluttering up the
it's
nest,
how
honestly.
I feel like the red shirts in Star Trek feel when they're on the bridge. Like It's a lot of blinking lights and like levers that I don't know what any of it does.
Right.
And so I assume the way it is now is good and operational, even though some lights are red, and that scares me a little. But I would have no idea what to do or how to fix it if it broke.
So don't break it.
It's essentially magic to me.
It is magic, honestly. Electricity is magic. So that's the thing. So anyway.
If someone smarter was here, they could actually detail all of our expensive equipment, and for all the audio nerds out there. But I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know jack shit.
It's stuff. It's actually kind of dusty, which makes me funny. Wait, makes me happy. Wait, it's kind of funny to me.
Jeez, Dave. Get it together, man.
I can't.
Refreshing, purified drinking water.
I will say this. My father-in-law has a metaphorical hard-on for Kroger brand water. Like
what?
he will tell you straight up Kroger brand water is way better than other water. And it is in his mind some kind of premium product. It's water. It's just water.
Yeah.
And it's the same water company that like all the others are. It just puts another wrapper on the same bottle.
Right. But Dave, this is processed by advanced filtration, ozone, and reverse osmosis technologies.
Yeah, I know.
That means just turn on a faucet?
I think it means like dip these bottles into the creek. And like tip them up a little so you don't get any of the
algae
and like the larva.
Apple.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, gotcha. All right, well.
But no, he has a real thing about Kroger water.
That's
I don't
funny.
know. Hey, Amber.
Hey, Dave.
This is going to be the whole podcast is us talking about something for 30 seconds and be like, hey, Amber.
Hey, Dave.
And that's what the podcast name is going to be. Hey, Amber. Hey, Dave.
Hey, Dave.
Hey, Amber.
Yeah. Yes, Dave.
I've been thinking a lot about snake oil lately.
Okay, why?
I think there's a market there. I think.
Well,
yes.
Okay, well, first off, I need to know what snake oil is, because I don't really know what snake oil is. Is it literally like
no, it is not.
Squeeze a snake and the oil comes out?
No, I don't
of it?
think there's really much oil in a snake.
I don't know. I've never squeezed a snake before.
It's the the metaphorical snake oil, the phony product marketed to gullible audiences.
You mean like Kroger brand drinking water?
I mean, actually, it's pretty much what it's purported to be.
Okay.
Right?
I mean, oh, so you mean like if they were like magic purified drinking water that will cure your eczema?
Herpes. Yes. Right.
My herpes. I forgot about my herpes.
Herpes cure, and it's just water. Then that's snake oil. But I mean, I guess more in the traditional sense, it will cure everything.
Oh.
You've got female problems. You've got like rabies or skin problems or like Kroger brand water.
Oh, okay.
But in my case, I think it's barbecue sauce. Like the miracle cure of barbecue sauce.
Okay, so like, do you just drink it? And
You can drink it. It has like miraculous curative properties when drank.
What's your Dave brand magic barbecue sauce?
This is probably a little late in the game to tell you, but today's podcast is sponsored by Bullseye Barbecue Sauce. If you want the best ribs, use Bullseye. So I don't have my own brand barbecue sauce. I've been using just, whatever I find in the store. I've always been partial to Bullseye barbecue sauce.
Okay.
But you can drink it. It has miraculous restorative properties. But if you just use it as a lotion on any rough skin that you've got, it cures that right up. Sometimes people have what they call dry eye. Barbecue sauce.
No.
Yes, it's like a mask, and just rub it onto your eyes before bed. Yes, it's absolutely true. If you mix it with 6 ounces, like a tablespoon of barbecue sauce and 6 ounces of tap water, drink it every morning. It's essentially a multivitamin.
Dave, what?
Yeah. There's a biblical basis for all of these claims, Amber.
Oh my God, are you Dr. Bonner's soap now? Okay. OOC, out of character.
Yeah.
Do you believe this? Or are you trying to make your own spin of barbecue sauce to sell to people?
Out of character.
Yes.
Like, we're cutting this.
No, I'm going to keep it in, but okay, good.
I came across a book. I was actually in the grocery store, and there was like this like TV guide size like paperback publication.
Okay.
That was like miracle vinegar cure and all the crazy shit that vinegar could cure in your body.
Right.
And if you drank it, or if you put it on your skin, or you used it for this, or you used it for this,
like coconut oil.
It's an antibiotic, and it cures this, and it cures this, and female problem, and it's like. Well, okay, this is patently dumb.
Right.
But people believe it, and people pay $3.99 for the dumb book that this guy self-published or whatever.
Right.
Like barbecue sauce is better than vinegar.
True. I agree. I would not put vinegar on a pulled pork sandwich.
Oh, but there's that whole South Carolina style mustard vinegar.
Okay, maybe I don't know meat. I wouldn't put vinegar on corn.
Yeah, probably not. But
I can put barbecue sauce on
I would
corn.
not put vinegar on my butthole if it hurt.
I wouldn't put vinegar on my open wound.
But I mean, that was one of the things that it was like, no, vinegar's an antibiotic. It'll cure it. And it's like, man, you're crazy. You're just straight crazy, man.
So pour barbecue sauce on instead.
Acid is what vinegar is.
Yeah.
Don't put acid on your open wound. Come on, people.
I mean, if it stings, it's working.
Right. That's how you know it's working.
That's how you know it's working, if it's stinging.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, every time I pour vinegar onto my lady problems, it stings, so it's working.
Right. Yeah. I mean, yep. Yeah.
My lady problems
Your lady
include
problems.
Dishes, cooking, doing my hair, mowing the lawn.
Wait. Every time you pour vinegar on mowing the lawn, it stings?
Dave, I have to tell you something. Everything stings.
Those are mosquitoes, Amber. That's not vinegar. The mosquitoes are stinging you.
Pour some vinegar on your mosquito bites. It'll be fine.
Oh, yeah. But, I mean, whatever crazy-ass thing. Like, it can cure cancer. It can cure eczema. It can cure, like, depression. It's like, wait a minute.
Shit, give me that vinegar.
It's vinegar, man. But I think barbecue sauce is going to be my snake oil.
Okay.
And I'm going to just make a book, bring Alice to Athens Presents Miracle Barbecue Sauce Cures.
What's your is it just barbecue sauce in general?
Barbecue sauce.
I'm
working on a sponsorship deal, so I don't want to give away too much.
Okay, so you're not making your own patented barbecue formula, but it's just because barbecue sauce can
be different, yeah.
Dave?
Yes. Yes.
There's vinegar in barbecue sauce,
Yep.
I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter.
But there's vinegar in barbecue sauce, and we just got done talking about how that's stupid.
Well, yes, it's not the vinegar that cures you.
Okay,
It's the molasses and the other ingredients. It's
the combined.
Yes, there's a synergy there.
Oh, makes a molecular like super drug.
Yep.
I see. When do you think your deal's going to shake out?
Hopefully soon. I'm checking my phone frantically, waiting to hear back from some of the big suppliers.
So I have this toenail.
Yes.
That's like,
I've got several, but yeah, go ahead.
That's kind of like bothering me and kind of like hanging on. It's kind of like broke a little bit.
Uh-huh.
If I put barbecue sauce on it, will make it go away. So I'm not picking at this toenail and it doesn't hurt anymore.
I think if you paint your toenails with barbecue sauce, they will get thicker and stronger, and they won't break anymore.
Okay. I'm trying to think of another thing I have.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
I mean, I don't think that. I know that.
Okay.
That is a fact.
I'll
Studies have shown barbecue sauce toenail polish works.
So my right eyelid has been twitching a lot lately.
Yep.
Should I drink barbecue sauce for nutrients, or should I paint barbecue sauce on the area where it's twitching?
You can't go wrong with either.
Okay.
And if you want to really maximize the impact, they do both.
Okay, cool. I will try that.
In addition, I would say snorting a little barbecue sauce might help as well.
Okay.
If it's a sinus related thing, any problems?
That's going to sting a lot, but it works.
That's how you know it works.
B
Yeah.
has experiencing like a little bit of tinnitus in his
Oh,
ear.
yeah.
Do you think barbecue sauce would cure that?
I know barbecue sauce would cure that.
So how is it topical or ingestion?
I would make a poultice.
Okay.
And just like maybe an eardrop and then cover it with a cotton so it doesn't run out. You're getting the maximum.
Okay.
And I think once his ear is full of barbecue sauce and covered with cotton, the tinnitus will disappear overnight.
All right, cool. Maybe also his hearing, but
I mean, how many barbecue pitmasters have you ever met that have ringing in their ears?
I can't say I've ever met a barbecue pitmaster.
Thank you.
All right.
Testimonial right there.
I have very weak tooth enamel.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
I get cavities all the time. I know barbecue sauce has sugar in it.
Yes.
Does that contradict?
Absolutely not. Throw away your toothpaste right now and
Done.
start brushing your teeth with barbecue sauce. And maybe mouthwash as well. I don't know.
Okay. Barbecue mouthwash?
Yes, barbecue sauce mouthwash. Yes.
Is it like a home recipe?
Sure. I mean, I would cut it with a little alcohol, like real mouthwash. Maybe like a, 50-50 bullseye SoCo mouthwash.
Whoa.
Yep.
Ooh, boy. Yep. That sounds like a party.
Mini
to
fresh
me.
right there.
Also, I have really bad, you've heard me complain about my shoulders, right? How tense they are all the time and just awful. Can barbecue sauce help me relax enough?
Yes, it absolutely can.
Okay.
You could have B just massage the area with barbecue sauce, or you could even inject it directly into the muscle. That would help relax.
Like with a
needle.
Needle?
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't like needles, Dave.
All right. I mean, then we'll have to put you under first.
That requires more needles.
Not necessarily. There's other ways. Chloroform.
Can barbecue sauce
Can it knock me out? I don't know. Let's find out.
I mean, if I take the glass jar that it comes in and knock it on the head.
I mean, it's a miracle.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of other things I have going on that's problematic for me right now.
Boy, you've really fallen apart since you turned 30.
I know. It's just one thing after another. My knees both click very loudly when I bend down, and it's irritating. It doesn't hurt. It's more irritating than anything. So, could I get I know I don't like
cartilage injection kind of thing. Actually, I would say that the knee clicking is actually a very sensual kind of thing, and I would not get rid of it if I were you.
Ew.
Right. I mean, in some cultures, the clicking of eroded cartilage in your joints is.
I mean, I guess it is like the signifier that I'm bending.
Right. Hey, I heard someone bend over. I'm in.
Just like a click, sliding into a click.
It's I mean, yeah, absolutely, and that's
Can you use barbecue sauce as lubricant?
Oh, come on! Why you have to ask me that? Of course you can. Of course you can. The sexual lubricant industry is a $500 million a year industry. And it's all founded on lies.
Okay.
What you need is barbecue sauce.
That sounds spicy.
It is spicy. You always heard the term spice things up in the bedroom. Where do you think that comes from? From the Romans, who used barbecue sauce as lubricant. Hi, Amber.
Hi, Dave. All this laughing and giggling is making me cry.
Yeah.
I know.
Me too.
Speaking of cry. Segue! Today, I was looking at the internet, as I do every 5 minutes.
Has it changed?
Yeah, it changes a lot, actually. It's kind of like a live thing, the internet. It's like constantly updating. Did you not know that?
No.
Shit. Well, surprise!
Huh.
It's actively evolving.
Wow.
I came across this article
All right.
about tears.
Okay.
I don't know if you know, like, scientific stuff about tears.
No.
Nothing about tears. Like, it's actually like our body's response to not being able to deal with emotions. So, like, if you're really angry or upset or like
kicked in the nuts
or whatever, and chemicals trigger in your brain, and then it's like your chemicals go somewhere. I don't know, science, and then you start crying.
Wow.
And so basically, it's like tears are just like your body's way of being like, this is extra chemicals, emotions, and it's just getting rid of. Just getting rid of it.
That's interesting.
But there was this artist who did like tiny pictures of stuff, like microscopic things.
Okay.
So she's really fascinated with like how things look at a deeper level.
Yeah, right.
Like there's like landscapes inside of other things. And so she started taking pictures of like catching tears on like slides and then letting them dry, and then she would take pictures of them.
Wow.
So I found this really cool thing where it's actually, let's see, the photographer's name is Rosalind Fisher.
Yep.
And so she was like, I wonder if like different tears have different structures. Structures. Because apparently there's actually 3 different categories of tears based on their origin. So there's both tears of grief and joy are psychic tears triggered by extreme emotions, whether positive or negative. Basal, B-A-S-A-L, basal tears. Basal tears are released continuously in tiny quantities.
Okay,
they kind of just keep your eyes lubricated. And then the reflex tears are secreted in response to like irritants, like dust, onion vapors, or tear gas. So she actually took a picture of like onion tears, which kind of looks crazy, like weird frost.
Yeah, right.
And then she took a picture of this says tears of ending and beginning, which looks like a weird desert fractal landscape.
Right, yeah.
Where it's like some sort of like sad tear or something. And this is tears of change, which looks kind of like
there's a creepy like Shogun face in there.
Right.
And it looks at me no matter where I go. What is that? Is that tears of like
she says tears of change.
Oh, because that guy knows my fate. Oh God.
Oh wow. And then like some tears of joy.
Wow.
It's really cool. I thought that was really cool. It makes me wonder like what my tears of like when I laugh about goblins looks like. Yeah, this is a picture of tears of grief.
Wow.
It's really cool. I like this.
Like I can't even make jokes. That's really interesting.
Yeah, it's not really something to joke about. I just think here's one that's these are the basal. I keep saying it wrong. How do you say it?
Basil. I would pronounce it basil.
Basil tears that are just, the ones that just kind of leak out.
Oh yeah, that's super boring.
Just like what they do.
Right.
Nothing. Here's a picture of laughing tears.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I get that.
Looks fun. And exciting.
It's hilarious.
It looks like a Jason Pollock painting, like splatters. Jackson. Excuse me. Thank you, Dave. I don't know art. I don't know any about artists.
You know art.
Whatever. I got it's somewhat close. But anyway, I just thought it was interesting.
That is super interesting. It's I like the thought of tears being emotions that I can't handle leaving my body.
Have you ever like had a really, really good cry and then afterwards it's just like this moment of like nothing?
Kind of, yes. Right. That does, I mean...
Kind of like a relief. Like, it always feels good to cry it out. They always say, cry it out, cry it out, cry it out.
Actually, they don't.
Who?
They usually say, suck it up. Men don't cry.
Oh. Dave, cry.
I don't want to.
It's okay to cry.
It's not.
Oh, I also have that problem too. I don't like to cry.
No, I mean, I certainly don't. I mean, I will cry in front of the family. That's fine. But like in the real world, no.
Well, I've cried of tears, of laughter. Not barbecue sauce.
No kidding. You cry tears now.
I cry tears, not barbecue sauce.
Yeah.
I got that. Barbecue sauce cleared that up real quick.
The barbecue sauce cleared up the crying tears of blood thing.
Yeah. Man, I'm so glad that I got that barbecue sauce. Anyway, I've cried tears of laughter.
Sure. I
mean, I've hung out with you and laughed so hard I've been
absolutely.
crying. And that's...
The last time I cried tears of laughter is when I listened to our last episode of Bringing Owls to Athens.
I'm glad it gives you such joy.
It's actually really funny. I enjoy it.
I'm going to cut all that because...
It's fun.
Dave,
Why can't I self-promote, Amber?
It's weird to self-promote on our own podcast.
Why? Maybe someone listens and they're like, man, I'm just skipping straight to the episode about barbecue sauce. And then just like, oh, this is funny. Maybe I should listen to the last one.
Oh my God.
Dream a little.
like you and your stupid out of order podcast listening.
Yes.
Okay, I see what you're saying now. Yeah, you're promoting for yourself for the Daves out there.
Right.
Okay, anyway. But the last time I cried,
yes,
hard, it was during a panic attack. I wonder if those tears would look different.
Oh God, I would think so.
Like it was like the kind of cry where you're like can't breathe.
Yeah, like the ugly cry.
Like the real ugly cry, like you're naked in a bathtub, curled up in the bathtub, crying.
Wow.
Getting real on owls.
Yeah.
I just made that up. It's not real. I don't cry like that. No, you didn't hear that here.
I'm strong
and powerful.
I don't have emotions.
Because the barbecue sauce took away all my emotions.
It's great.
I don't feel anymore. Just anger.
Just
rage.
anger. Diet Coke fueled anger.
Oh, I'm so angry. Let me get some Coke. Diet Coke.
No, it's been a very, very, very long time since I've had that kind of an experience. But I certainly get that sense of like I'm weirdly emotional about stuff at some point, and like I find myself like on the verge of tearing up about things that really aren't.
Coco.
Right. Coco. Well, that's. I mean, that wasn't like an ugly crime, but it certainly there were tears.
I was leaking in the movie for Coco. Oh, that sounds.
Jeez,
so
Amber,
bad.
Can't you just say it in a normal way? I cried at that movie.
Oh man! Don't give me a mouth. Don't give me a mouth. Don't.
When we watched Coco.
Yes.
Probably at the same scene you're talking about. We went like fairly early in the shows. We were at the theater.
Yeah.
And it was pretty full. And it was that typical Pixar thing where they just hit that point in the movie where they just yank all the heartstrings.
Yeah, yeah.
In addition, it was kind of a daddy-daughter vibe to it. And so I'm sitting next to my 5-year-old daughter. Mm-hmm. And it hits me hard.
Yeah, sure.
And I'm kind of kind of thing. Really loudly, my daughter says, "Daddy, why are you crying?" And I hear people all around like a wave of laughter.
Oh no! Oh man!
And like she wouldn't go to a movie with me for at least 6 months because Daddy always cries at movies.
Because you cried once.
It's like, dude, it was legit sad, man. Come on.
Your daughter has no emotion.
she's hard. Oh God, she's hard.
Jeez, that's so funny. It's sad because that movie was. Whew.
And like she was just stoned through the whole thing. Like, she thought the dog was funny.
The dog was funny.
Yeah,
I mean, it was a great addition to the movie. Yeah, I don't know. Like movies make me cry really, really easy. Have you ever cried just out of sheer happiness?
Oh, sure, of course.
Yeah. So I feel like that's a thing.
Like when the kids were born, actually, it was a thing. Like I was crying and I really like everything was good. I wasn't even like, but it was just kind of the relief of stress and like the happiness that like we went through this thing and it worked out okay.
Yeah.
I get weirdly sentimental at like pageantry, like pomp and like graduations and parades and like that stuff kind of hits me in the feels.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh, that's so weird. I mean,
no, it isn't. It's normal.
No, Dave,
everybody feels
you're
that.
Abnormal, Dave. Sorry, it's barbecue sauce talking. I'm sorry. Whew. Sorry. No. Like, there's like been like usually like shows where I get really like intense, like I sometimes feel the urge of crying.
Yeah.
Like, because it's just like so good. And it's like, I'm fine, but like this anime or this thing, this animation's so good or whatever. It's like, I get overwhelmed by that. But yeah.
Yeah.
Music? How about music? Has there ever been a song or music that makes you feel emotional?
Not.
I can't think of music that really does for me.
I mean, there's sometimes like sad songs, like if you're having a bad day, you hear really sad, like that can be a thing. But I certainly get that like pump up the jams, like you like get like intense with it, but rarely does that make me like teary.
Yeah,
it's more of like let's get pumped up and run through walls and like live our rock and roll dreams.
Living the dreams.
The dreams of fantasy.
Guess what time it is, Dave? Speaking of dreams and making people's dreams come true.
Is it time for our where we visit a lucky listener and
we crash through their bedroom window?
Yes.
Fly in, feathers everywhere.
And say, hey, it's Al's day. We're going to crash here for a couple weeks.
And then we poop all over?
Yes. Or
it's not poop, it's vomit.
We can do both.
Okay. Why limit myself, Amber? I'm always doing this. Why do I always limit myself for one thing when there could be two things? We can both shit and vomit in this person's room. All right, Dave, what do we have?
This week's lucky listener is Julio.
Oh, hello, Julio.
There's just one problem. I don't know where Julio lives, so it's going to be really hard for us to go to their house and smash through their bedroom window and poop on their floor.
Okay, so here's my plan.
All right.
Open the phone book.
Yeah.
Find the first Julio. Dear Julio.
All right. I think Julio has left us a question.
Oh.
And I think if we can decipher the clues in this question, we may be able to unravel the mystery of Julio's address.
Okay. So there's a riddle in here too.
I don't know, maybe.
All right, well, I'll look for clues.
Julio writes, Dear Owls, I'm interviewing for an important job soon. It will be a lengthy interview process with several people, and the interview includes a dinner out with my prospective employers. I hate to confess this, but I'm more anxious about this dinner than any other part of the interview. Please help me, Owls. What tips can you give me to impress or at least avoid embarrassment at this dinner? Signed, Julio.
Holy shit. I hate eating in front of people.
I do too.
It's so nerve-wracking.
I've actually told people I can be social or I can eat.
Right.
But I can't do both because that would actually really stress me out.
Especially with people you're trying to impress.
Right.
Like, don't get pasta. Don't get a spaghetti.
Oh, God, no.
God, don't get spaghetti.
Don't get ribs.
Oh, God.
I mean, barbecue sauce is great. Don't get me wrong. But if you're going to...
No. Before the interview, you do a shot of... Before dinner, you do a shot of barbecue sauce. So that'll steady the nerves.
Right. Because it will settle the shakes.
Yes. But when you go to this dinner, like, first off, if you can figure out where you're going to go first, they usually... I've never been on an interview where they take you out to someplace.
No, I don't have jobs like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I take a step back. Wear food-colored clothing.
Brown.
I mean, brown would be a good guess, and just make sure, and whatever you eat is
gravy.
is approximately the same color as your clothing.
Okay, that's a very good, because like I said, brown, get gravy.
I am terrible. I am notorious for spilling shit all over my shirt.
Right.
I actually have spare clothes at work because this happens so often.
Wow, Dave.
I'm not a pretty person.
I just don't eat.
You should eat more.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I assume they probably have a place in mind. But they'll run it by you, right? They'll be like, hey, is sushi okay? Because they don't want you to be allergic or whatever.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, but if they don't ask you, don't want to work for them.
Right.
That's clue number one, that you don't want to work
but I think the dynamic at this table is potentially fraught with all kinds of trouble.
Jeez. Well, because like they said a lot of people or like several people?
I said several people, yeah.
Okay, so that's upwards of 3+.
Right. And they're all judging you while you're eating.
I personally, and this is a real OC. This is a real suggestion. Mm-hmm. Nope, I don't got any. Shit. You're shit out of luck, dude. I don't know what to tell you, Julio. Just eat bread.
Like, yeah,
don't safe.
Honestly, like get a small portion of something safe.
Yeah.
No sauces.
Right.
No burgers. None of that.
Right. Something. Yeah. Another thing is don't order the most expensive thing, but also don't order the cheapest thing.
Right. Because the company's probably,
the company is paying for it.
So, but on the flip side, when it comes time, they're going to say, hey, Julio, would you like dessert? You say, oh, yeah, we're getting dessert. Because if you say no, and nobody else is going to get dessert.
Right.
And company's paying for everyone's dessert.
Right. Can you drink?
It depends on where this person's interviewing. I mean, like, if the interview's with Jack Daniels, hell yeah, you drink.
Hell yeah, you drink. Where you need to sit.
Oh,
sit by the nicer one.
Yes, because during the interview, you scout them out.
Right, and you're gonna click with somebody. Yep. There's got to be somebody you're gonna click with.
Yeah, and if you don't, then you're out anyway. So you might as well just enjoy it.
Like definitely during the interviews, the one who seems most engaged and active in talking, that's the person you want to sit next to. Right.
Here's another good point. Watch everybody as they're writing down notes. Take note of anybody who's left-handed.
Oh.
Don't sit on that person's left side because they're going to clunk you with the elbow. Or you're going to be clunking elbows. Like, that's not good.
I mean, Dave is a lefty, so.
Yep. Come from experience.
Yeah. Don't order something weird like live octopus.
Nope. Don't order anything weird. Order something, like, even if you're going to, like, the best octopus restaurant in the world, don't order octopus. Order, like.
So, I haven't been on interview business dinners, but I've been on plenty of like work business dinners.
Okay.
And so I have experienced this kind of like nervousness because again, I don't like eating in front of people. Like I'm not comfortable with. And two, it's like these are people that either I kind of work with or like don't really work with. Like I've been on like dinners with presidents of the companies or like the VPs of stuff, and you get so nervous.
Right.
You get so anxious. Bring Tums with you.
Oh, gosh.
For the love of God, bring Tums and Advil or something in like, if you're Julio, if you're a man and you dress typical like male fashion, whatever, societal male fashion, get a Ziploc baggie and keep that shit in your pocket somewhere on you.
Great idea.
If you're not carrying a purse. Because I have been on business dinners where I've been anxious and nervous and like I got sick in the middle and I had to be driven back to the hotel.
Oh, wow.
It was the VP's birthday dinner.
That's like that's like kind of a panic dream of mine.
Oh, it was fucking awful. Like we sat down at this fancy restaurant.
Right.
And we're all getting ready to order. And like my anxiety was so high that my stomach curdled on itself. And I was like, excuse me. I went to the bathroom, got there before I shit myself. Thank God. But my stomach was so bad and nauseated. And I had such a bad headache. And I just was going to throw up. I knew it. If I had some Tums or if I had Advil with me or something to calm my nerves down, maybe like drugs.
Yeah, just needle of heroin. Right?
I mean, honestly, get high before you go.
No, don't get high before you go.
Okay.
Because the other side of this is you can't say something stupid. You can't make an inappropriate joke.
Okay.
You can't make the chicken drumsticks dance.
But they'll
they'll
love it.
No, they won't.
I have been on the other side where I've been part of an interview where the guy coming in, so I was actually at a lunch where I was part of the interviewing process of a new person that was being potentially hired. And I can tell you, I'm just as nervous as the person at the lunch table because it's like awkward social. How do you talk to people? So also consider that they probably are also feeling kind of the same.
Gosh, I've never been in that situation.
It's weird.
But I would, like, my mind immediately goes to, like, this God complex where I'm like, eat 12 boiled hard eggs right now.
Oh my God, you're a hazer.
Yeah. A little.
You'd haze the people.
It'd just be like, I want to see what you can do and bring what you can bring to.
Put this egg in your cloaca.
No. Now, if you can push an egg out of your cloaca, I'm impressed. I'm super impressed.
I want to see you do 5 shots of barbecue sauce.
I need to see you do 5 shots of barbecue sauce.
God, Dave. So the interviewer is trying to, get to know you.
Right.
And so they're trying to think of questions to ask to, like, oh, well, or, what was your favorite class in school? Or like, what do you do in your free time? And the thing that you want to be aware of is like answering in a way that leads to other places of topics.
Yes. Part of being a good conversationalist,
yes.
right? Like your answers can't be a dead end.
Like,
but I mean, that's just good interview stuff, right? Like, no yes or no answers.
Yeah.
Just, yeah.
And you be free to ask questions too.
Oh yeah, that's great.
You have to, because like, otherwise the conversation is like, oh, how long have you been working for the company? Like, what, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And like, oh,
like
do you live here?
You would ask me what my favorite class in school was, and I'd be like, I didn't have one. What's your deal?
You're fired.
Screw you, Square.
God, you're terrible at this.
Yeah.
Do you role play?
No, I don't.
Okay.
This is just real life. This is how I'd be like, screw you, Square. You never even hired me in the first place.
Right. Yeah. Just being a conversation.
Yeah, that's stressful though.
Yeah.
Gosh, because one of my like, and it's a dumb thing, but like especially when I'm like in a more formal like dinner kind of thing. Mm-hmm. One of the thoughts that inevitably creeps into the back of my head is don't choke. Like literally don't choke on something.
Oh yeah. Chew thoroughly. Whatever you eat, chew well.
And then the thought of it makes me choke. Like, cause I'm like kind of worried about it. And then like your throat kind of closes and like, oh gosh, I better not choke. I better not. And like, and so like your whole situation is a little bit of a fever dream come to life.
Speaking of choking and bodily things, don't drink soda.
Oh, this really wasn't a good segue of yours. I was expecting, speaking of choking and bodily fluids, and then some segue into some terrible, awful thing.
Don't talk about the murders you commit.
Right. Speaking of choking and bodily fluids, this has been bringing else to Athens. Yeah.
I hope that answered your question. I was just say don't
drink soda.
Don't drink soda because it'll make you burp. And nobody wants to hear that.
Nah, I mean, some people. But not, I mean...
Well, maybe one of them. Maybe you would find them on FetLife or something. Oh, boy. That's a thing I'm going to have to talk to you about next episode.
Next episode, we're going to talk about a thing I've never heard of.
Oh, boy. I can't wait. Gotta wait for that. People who know what I'm talking about are probably going...
2 weeks.
Oh, Jesus. Let's end this episode now. I'm digging myself into a deep, deep hole.
If you have questions for Amber and Dave, feel free to send them to owls@geekspective.com.
Yes.
Well, hey, this has been great.
Did you enjoy this one?
This has been a good episode.
You think so?
Like, I felt like episode 4 was kind of shaky. Like, I that was not the best Dave.
I don't remember.
I do.
I don't remember
it vividly.
Basically, I have this podcast with you. I edit it. I put it up, and I forget about your existence. And actually, I keep a copy of the episode. I just
edit
out all of Dave, and it's just me talking.
This microphone's not even live, is it?
It is for the listeners, but basically, I launched the episode with you in it. But I have my own secret iTunes feed. That is just me talking.
Bringing Owls to Amber is your podcast.
Yes. And then, so.
That's really cool.
It's extra work, but it's worth it.
Yeah, I would agree.
I would agree. So if you want another place that we put things on sometimes.
Look for my pile of feces in the backyard.
Oh my God, Dave. It's Twitter.
Oh, that.
Yeah,
yes.
Twitter.
Yeah, I'm always putting feces on Twitter.
Yeah.
Wait. No, I'm thinking of something else. What is Twitter?
Twitter is a place where you put thoughts and other people can read your thoughts.
Okay. Do we have a Twitter?
We do. Not us specifically.
Oh, good.
I'm not doing one for Owls. But the network we're a part of, Geekspective, has a Twitter called, and it's @Geekspective. And that's where you can find Geekspective stuff.
If you'd like to support the show, we have a Patreon account. Did you know that?
Yes, I did know that.
Oh, dang it. I was trying to surprise you.
Well, I'm sorry. You surprise me easily.
So if you like the show, you can support it.
Yeah.
On patreon.com.
And also there's other shows on the Geekspective network you can check out.
Actually, I just knew that. I learned it the other day.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
There's some neat shows out there.
Right. Name one.
Oh shit. Tony and the Sunshine Girls.
Right. Tony's a great guy.
Tales from Oxbury.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're on that one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's neat. I like it.
I'm on it too.
Yeah. That's the part I like.
What, the me part?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't listen to anybody else on the podcast. No. I have a special separate feed.
Actually, that'd be pretty good.
It's just me talking as a goblin.
Yeah.
It's pretty great.
Yeah. And there's the Shapeshift podcast.
Oh! That's me.
Woohoo!
That's an owl.
Oh.
Not me.
Not you. Yeah. Shapeshift.
And that one's about me running
from the law.
Yes, running from the law. It's all about how to escape prison, how to craft shanks, how to make hooch. It's a very, very good podcast.
It's a very like DIY kind of deal.
Yeah, I like DIY. I'm a crafter.
Right.
I do craft.
And crafting hooch and shanks and running through a stream to throw off the bloodhounds.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I put it on Pinterest too. All my crafts. Macaroni shanks. Shape-shift
shanks.
Glitter hooch. Can we end this podcast?
Yes.
Right? You can find me on Twitter, like as an Amber at Rocket Orca. Dave doesn't have a Twitter.
No.
He's still
I don't believe in it.
Just like eating octopus. You don't believe in eating octopus.
Yeah, I oppose Twitter on moral grounds.
What else are we supposed to talk about?
What was your best moment today?
I didn't have one.
Okay. What was your low point today?
Honestly, I can't remember much, but did I say anything about putting barbecue sauce in my butthole? Because that seems like a pretty low point.
Yeah. Any discussion that starts with putting barbecue sauce on your butt.
Oh, it was when I talked about using barbecue sauce for lube.
Yeah, that was your low point.
That was pretty low.
Yeah.
I don't do that.
Whatever. Don't kink shame people.
Yeah, well.
I mean, actually, though, that's really not safe and good. Like
that's a recipe for some sort of
infection.
Vagina disease.
Yeah.
That barbecue sauce ain't gonna cure.
Yeah. All right. This has been Bringing Elves to Athens. I'm Dave.
I'm ashamed. See you in 2 weeks. Woo! 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 What's a pigeon? Get the fuck out of here. Nobody wants. I'll eat you.
I'll eat you, pigeon.
I'll eat you, pigeon, and you fucking get out of my nest.